Hello and welcome to part 1 of our Fleurieu journey. My name is David Foster. My wife Nolene Magnuson and I travel throughout Australia looking for birds and spectacular scenery to photograph. Join us on our journeys through this great country of Australia. Well, here we are, heading off on another little short...
Go the mirrors. That was very short, darling. Sorry. Now we go out here and turn right. Okay. I think.
Here we are, heading off on another short trip, this time to the Fleurieu Peninsula. Got some big days, up to 21 kilometres a day. Let's just hope we don't get too tired out with all the long driving. We took a scenic route through the rolling countryside of the Adelaide Hills on our drive to the lovely town of Strathalbyn. The small but busy caravan park in Strathalbyn is tucked into a corner of the recreation reserve. Not the most exciting place, but pleasant enough. Good morning. I'm in Strathalbyn on the eastern edge of the Fleurieu Peninsula. It's one of my favourite places in the Adelaide Hills and the Fleurieu. I used to live here many years ago, and I would quite like to come back and live here again. We'll be spending a few days travelling around the Fleurieu and visiting lots and lots of little places. We hope that you enjoy coming along for the trip. Strath, as the locals commonly call it, used to be a farming service town. Now it is a growing commuter residential town, as well as servicing the growing number of vineyards in the Langhorne Creek area.
Ready, boys, come on!
We're heading to Macclesfield. Macclesfield is probably really in the hills, in the Adelaide Hills, rather than the Fleurieu. But when I lived in Strathalbyn, it was a frequent place to visit. Beautiful ride through the countryside, lots of old river red gums, a delightful bicycle ride or drive. And Macclesfield itself is a lovely little town. We're planning on having lunch at the Macclesfield Three Brothers Arms Hotel. This was the first place I took Nolene for lunch. when she was visiting from Geelong.
I can remember that being a really, really steep ride down here. Not very steep at all, is it? That's probably the pub that I remember. Yeah, it is. Oh, the bikers are out.
The chef had caught COVID and the kitchen was operating on a limited menu. We ended up having a simple but very tasty pizza. Not the sort of lunch we had planned.
Oh, look at that, yeah.
Isn't it good?
Stop it.
More, I want more. The next day we travelled to the small town of Meadows for coffee with one of Nolene's cousins. The Meadows Bakery has always been a popular spot for people to stop when travelling through the Adelaide Hills. Good morning. Here we are in Langhorne Creek again. We were here a couple of months ago and we're back again. Lovely morning. The past few days have been very, very overcast, very dull and not at all interesting and exciting. Let's hope it's going to be better for the next few days as we head off towards Clayton Bay and then on to Port Elliot and then further around on the Fleurieu. It's a lovely part of the world around here, beautiful wines, beautiful scenery. When I first visited Langhorne Creek in 1989, there was a sign at the entrance to the village saying that there were 400 acres of vineyards. Now vines cover several thousand hectares and it is still expanding. There were few birds at Tolterol Game Reserve, but Nolene's skills as a country gate opener were on display. Our next stop was the delightful caravan park at the quiet village of Clayton Bay. It was a very pleasant place to stop for a couple of days. Unfortunately, the wind picked up and we had strong winds blowing across the bay. The old railway siding and the abandoned rolling stock at Finnis were in a very poor state of repair. We just had to stop and try the burgers at the Finnis General Store. Very good they were too.
As you know, it takes a lot of notice of me.
At Goolwa, we joined a Birds SA boat trip to look for birds in the Coorong. There will be a special short video coming on this trip. Not much happens in the sleepy town of Port Elliot, except on weekends and holidays. That's when this lovely town and its beaches are busy with holiday makers. Horseshoe Bay and the small nearby Crockery Bay are popular destinations for swimmers and fisher people. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment and share this video. It is appreciated.